My name is Sumit, and I work as a senior manager, operations and service delivery with Leverage Edu. I'm a certified career coach and have around a decade over of work experience in counseling students for overseas study. So, before we start this session, I would just like to tell you that Leverage Edu is the most trusted um, study overseas admission counseling platform for the students. Uh, we've been helping students to reach their dream universities. We do end-to-end processing with students' applications, chasing offers for them, helping them with loans, their finances, helping them get the visa. So we do end-to-end processing for the admission process, and any questions, any help and assistance that is required by the students, we help them with that. So please feel free to contact us on Leverage Edu website, and you can book yourself a 30-minute free counseling session, and you can just leave your query, and our experts will get back to you and help you with all that is required. Yeah, so there are a lot of things, and we'll take all these things one by one. So first, I'll talk about what are some preparations that are required from the side of the student when it comes to their health, which is very important. So once you get your visa, you get a full body checkup, just to see whether you don't have any kind of infections. That might trouble you when you go there, because overseas there the medical help is very expensive. So it is better to get all the entire body checkup done by the student. It is also a requirement for a couple of destinations as well. So it's better you get it done here country before you fly out to your dream destination. Also, you should be carrying all the medicines that are required, because with the prescription for sure. Because in case the airport authorities ask you for the prescription for these medicines, you should be able to show them. The reason you should carry these medicines is because uh, out there again, these medicines will be very expensive, and also during your travel you should be carrying these medicines to be on a safer side. Plus the couple of few months initially that you would be spending there, you should be having these medicines handy. For example, you can carry a crocin, paracetamol, something for a stomach infection, indigestion, for fever, cold and cough. So you should have these medicines with you. Also, a lot of universities have this requirement of certain vaccinations and immunizations that you have to uh, get done with. So it's better you get it done here, so that you meet and fulfill all the requirements by the respective universities. Also, another important thing is that you need to have your health insurance, so which is a requirement. So students have an option of getting it done here in India, or they can get it done from the foreign university. However, it's better you get it done from India, because getting it there overseas would be really expensive. So doing it here in India will kind of save you a lot of money. Okay. So, that is about the preparations that you need to make in terms of your health. Also, you need to be kind of mentally prepared, because a lot of students, are moving away from their family and out of their home for the very first time, and they'll be staying in this country there that they're flying to for a long period of time. And the students who are kind of very attached to their family might feel a bit homesick. So you start preparing yourself, uh, because out there, there will be also you'll have a lot of Indian students around, and you also have your teachers and counselors over there. However, the attachment that you have with family, you would not have your family and friends around to kind of share, your feelings and what you're kind of going through. So for some of the students, it's a kind of emotional setback as well. So just try and stay calm and kind of mentally prepare yourself every day. Have that inner dialogue with yourself that you are independent now, and so that you gain some strength when you fly out there, and because there you have to manage everything on your own. Starting from the household chores to your studies and everything. So you have to be really strong. And also, these campuses overseas are huge, and majority of the students walk from one point to the other. So it's better you start to get in shape and get into a habit of going for morning walks, so that you kind of get used to walking on campus. Okay, and a lot of students are in a habit of walking and not taking a transport if the destination is just a few miles away. Okay, so that's there. And then we'll talk about the travel. So do not book your tickets before you get your visa in your hand, because I've seen a couple of cases where the student gets a visa rejection, and then doesn't have a lot of time to book another slot, and get the visa on time and fly out on the required day and time. So I know a lot of you will be attracted by these promotional offers you have, where you kind of book your ticket in advance and you kind of get a good discount. But I would request you to hold on till the time you get your visa, because you never know. Apart from visa rejections, there can be, your visa can be on hold because of any administrative processing or reason. So, don't be in a rush and wait till the time you get your visa in hand, and then you have all the time to, book your tickets. Might be a bit expensive later on, but again, if you don't get your visa and you've already booked your ticket, it might, cost you a lot of money to make changes, to your set itinerary. So first thing is that, and then second is that you kind of so a lot of people who take help, from a lot of consultants and advisors in getting their visas, so they can reach out to a lot of other students who are also flying to that particular university, and can tag along, so that they can book tickets together and can get some sweet discounts on the group bookings. Okay, so you can do that. Then be sure you carry all your travel documents when you're flying. So also carry photocopies of these documents in case you lose these documents at the airport. At least you'll have these photocopies handy with you, which will kind of save you from trouble. Okay, so do not forget to carry your passport, your education documents, mark sheets, transcripts, your IELTS, TOEFL, GRE, GMAT scorecards, your financial documents, the deposit fee receipt that you've made, the payment of the tuition fees that you've made to the university. So carry all these documents with you. Do not forget anything at home. Make a checklist of these documents, so that you don't face any trouble with the airport authorities, the immigrations and the customs, because they can ask for any kind of information and documentation. So you should not be in a state where you're not able to provide that particular document or information to these authorities and kind of land into some kind of trouble. Okay, so and then so also you need to take care of all these international flights. The timings and the itinerary is very different from what you'll find with domestic flights. So a lot of students who must be flying for the very first time, just be cautious of the flight timings and the day of your flight, and just check it twice, so that you should not be having any confusion, and you catch your flight on the day of its departure and the time of the departure. And also try and reach at the airport 3 to 4 hours before the departure, just because in case if there are long queues or rush, you can don't kind of get into delays and miss your flight. Okay, that takes care of your travel arrangements. Now we'll come to the preparations that you need to make in terms of packing your stuff. A lot of these airlines have restrictions around the dimensions of the bags that you're carrying, the weight restrictions. So I know you'll be moving out of your home and you'll be away from home for a long time, and definitely your parents would want you to not face any kind of shortage of the requirement that you might have when you go to your university campus. However, just be mindful of the weight restrictions as well, because if there is if you kind of exceed the restrictions, you might have to pay a lot of money for that. So just kind of restrict to all the necessary items, and don't kind of go overboard when it comes to packing. Okay. So all the necessary materials that you need, you can, if you need some food material, some ready to cook food, uh, because you cannot have your food. So if you're at the campus, you might get yeah, you definitely get meals on campus. However, if you're staying off campus, then it's not feasible and not healthy also to every day go out and eat. So I would also kind of advise students to learn some cooking, take some cookery classes before they fly out, so that at least they can manage cooking at their place. And so you can also carry a small cooker, about 3 to 5 liters, and some food materials, ingredients, and some ready-to-made food items with you, so that you don't miss home when you're away from home. Okay, so that is there. So uh, and also you have to also be mindful of what baggage you can carry. So for apart from your check-in baggage, you also, you can carry a laptop bag, a handbag, or a purse. That should also, and the cabin baggage should also not exceed 7 to 10 kgs. So, kind of be mindful of that as well. And it's very important for you to take travel insurance in case of any kind of loss and damage of baggage. So, you'll kind of get the compensation around it. So that is there. And also another important thing I forgot. So when you're, so for all the students who are moving out in September, if they're kind of really attached to their families and want to visit them again during December vacations, book a round trip for yourself that will be quite economical for you. Rather than reaching your destination and kind of booking another one way in December. So book a return flight as well when we are flying out. So a lot of students have this, and also the parents are concerned about how much cash the student should be carrying when they're flying out. So yeah, I think if you carry about $1,000, it should be more than enough for you. Rest, you can carry the forex cards with you. So because it's not safe to carry so much of cash. Also, you're not allowed to carry so much of cash with you. So and definitely carry so this cash is required because when you land at the airport, you would need transport. You would also need food for the couple of days in the weeks the initially. So you should have this cash handy with you. Rest, you must have paid the tuition, like 1 year tuition fees in advance, so there is no requirement for you to carry a lot of cash. So I think $1,000 would be more than enough. And also, yeah, definitely carry some change with you, because when we'll be getting down at the airport and we'll be hiring a taxi, you definitely needing some change. So keep that with you. Also, a few things to keep in mind when you arrive. So you should be having all the documents with you in your hand, because you'll be passing through the immigrations and the customs, and any kind of documentation that is required with them, it should be there with you, so that you don't invest a lot of time in providing that information and documentation to them. So just keep them handy with you. Also, yeah, make sure there are a lot of items that are restricted to be taken in your luggage or in your hand baggage. So just be mindful of that. You do not carry any kind of restricted items on board or in your check-in luggage, which kind of will lead to trouble and embarrassment later on for you. Okay. Also, a very important thing when you land at the airport, make some arrangement, for somebody to kind of receive you there. Okay. If you have a address of where for hotel accommodation or maybe some PG that you have already arranged yourself for, keep it handy. Or if you'll be staying at the university campus, always have the contact number of the person who is coming to receive you there. Generally, for university accommodations, definitely there will be a representative present at the airport to pick you up and take you to the campus. Okay, so that is, these are the things you should be mindful of. Also, a very important piece of advice for students is that they'll be going away from the family, and a lot of students do definitely enjoy this freedom because there is nobody to stop them from doing anything that they want to do. Uh, However, I would, because you're going to a foreign land, it's not your country, so you have to follow the rules and regulations there. So do not kind of fall into any kind of trouble or use of any abusive substances, or kind of get into a quarrel or a dispute with any of the people over there. See, because you're going to some foreign land, it's not your country, so you need to draw a line. You have to be in your limits and kind of not go overboard just because you want to enjoy all the freedom that has suddenly come to you. So just try and relax and do not kind of get into trouble.